Okay, so this horse gets a little bit behind the bit and she gets over collected. And so we're trying to get her to relax more through her neck and her back to keep her head a little bit higher. And so we had to make the rein a little bit longer. That looks much better. Yep, so now her neck's not so arched and her head is a little bit higher than her neck. Yep. And the hard part, it doesn't make as pretty as a picture, but it's actually better for her neck and her back.
Especially with that breathing problem.
Yes, yep. Yeah, because when they overtuck too, then she's collapsing some of her trachea as well.
Right.
But much, much better. Yep, so let her walk around one more time and then we'll start the work. But you just keep working like now on keeping her relaxed and the top of her head higher than the top of her neck. She gets her head way down and she overarches her neck. And this is an older mare. We don't want her bothering her neck at all. We'd rather have her just relaxed, and she gaits really well. So we don't have to frame her up so much to gait. That looks really good. So we're going to start doing our leg yield, and she wasn't understanding it so well, the horse. So we put a little pair of spurs on to help her with this lateral movement. And now as we start to push her over, she might kind of overtuck her head again and speed up, and that's okay. We're just working on one thing at a time. So first we got to get her just to understand sideways. So if she speeds up, she speeds up. And then in time we'll get it. So you just get the straight line first. Yep, and then your right leg will be off, and then when you're ready, your left leg on. Yep, and then straighten her out a little bit because her shoulders started getting over there fast. And then just ask her again.
Let me turn her.
Sure, yep. And that's okay. It's just because she doesn't understand.
I think my brakes were a little too long.
Yeah. So then try it again when you're ready. Yeah. And it's okay if she gets curled up as you do this, because if you try to get her to stay slow, not have her curl up and go sideways, it might be too much for her brain. So as you go to push her over, if she tucks her head and her speeds up, don't worry about that so much yet.
Okay.
We just want to get the sideways concept through her head first, and then we'll work on the other part. So again, don't worry that she's overtucked. That's okay. You just work on the leg yield and pushing her over. Yep, and then turn her head a little to the left. That's it, to straighten her out, and then ask her again. Yeah, and then turn her head a little to the left and straighten her out again, and then just continue till you get all the way over. Yep. Good, and you're doing a good job. She's swishing her tail. She's not liking that spur, but again, we're just using it as a tool to help her to understand.
Was I hitting her much with it? Because I can't tell.
Yes, you did the right thing. So anytime her tail's really swishing, you're hitting her. That's a good marker, because she's like, I don't like this, but that's okay. Push her a little bit more. Yeah, and you might, if her shoulders are going too much, you might have to bring your leg back. But if her shoulders aren't going at all, you might have to push your leg forward and then use your spur. Yep. And the hard part is, as she gets faster, I know she didn't do it well that time, that's okay. But as she gets faster, you think of leaning back and holding her more. Yep, so just try it again. And you're just trying to keep sitting right on your seat bones or the pockets of your pants. And then if she won't go over, you just open that right rein a lot and then just put that spur on and off. So it goes on when she won't move, but off when she does it. Yeah. Good. So now just stop her, give her a break, and just tell her that was the right thing. But let her stand and just kind of soak it in so she doesn't end up in the water. Yep. And then sit on your seat pockets, hold her. Yeah, and then turn her head a little to the left. I would take her in a circle because she's having a little fit, and then just try it again once you come out of the circle. And then just keep talking to her, say easy or any word where you're just breathing, but you don't want to say ho. That's good. Yep, now stop her because that was good enough, and give her another break so she understands that's right. So we're just trying to get one message through her at a time because we don't want to overwhelm her. This is a horse that hasn't had much arena work since for her life, and just Marissa's putting it on her. Yep, and then good girl. Yep, and then just try it again. Sit back a little bit more. It's okay. Yep, and just keep it up all the way. Don't give up. Lean back. Yep, that's fine. And then tell her she's a good girl and just relax a little bit and then try it again on this side. So it's okay that she tucked her head and got fast and switched her tail. All those things are normal with learning and they don't want to do it. Good. So just remember, leg on and off. So then now take it off for a step or two and then try to push her over again. She's having a fit, but it's okay because her moving sideways is much better. Yep, so just try it again. But that was much better because, you know, all their life they thought leg just meant forward, and now we're telling them now it means forward and sometimes it means sideways. So we've kind of changed their world, and it just takes them time and little temper tantrums to get through it. That was good. Yep. Oh, that was really good. Yep. Good job. So again, we don't care that she's overtucked or swishing her tail or that she's crooked. We're just trying to get one piece of the message through her head. And you can't push them too hard too fast, especially mares. You want to take their time and reward every little effort they do for you. Good. Remember to kind of stay sitting back. Oh, much better. Yep. Keep sitting back. You're doing good. Yep, don't worry about her head. I know she's pulling on you. Yep. And then keep sitting back. Yeah. Yep, don't give up. And again, if she's pulling down and she's not moving over, you don't want to circle that way. You always want to circle the direction you're going, because it'll confuse her, like, what's the job now? So you stay to the left, and again, I don't care if she's fast, like I wouldn't even have circled. The whole point is just move over. But again, she's speeding up because she's confused. It's not so much she's trying to be a jerk or anything. So lean back a little bit more. And so do it again, but this next time if she speeds up, don't worry about it. If she yanks on the bit, just lean back and keep asking her. Mares want a fight, because if you get in a fight, you'll forget what you're doing and they win. So you just ignore all the little temper tantrums and be like, I don't care, go ahead and do that. Don't bother me. Yeah, lean back. Good girl. So that was good. She's overflexed and fast, but we don't care at this point. Good. And then on the ends, just try to relax. So she comes back to a walk, and then try it again. But again, when she gets here, don't worry about circling. Just keep sitting back and just keep asking her when she's having her little fit. That's good. That's perfect. Yep. So she's got to go just a little bit further, and then at the end I would stop her and give her a break, because that was quite good for her. Yeah, now we'll just give her a break. Okay, now we're going to try the leg yield in this direction. And we'll see, this is the one going away from her stall, so usually that's the worst way, and when you leg yield towards their stall, it's usually easier. Yep, that's okay. Lean back. That's okay. Yep. Good. And then once she gets over there, then just walk her, try to slow her back down, and then you can make circles if she hasn't slowed down. And then we'll go to the next side. Yeah. Oh, you're fine now because she was speeding up and now she slowed back down. Yep. So now again, we'll turn on this side of that pole and then take your time just trying to push her over. Yep, keep breathing, keep sitting back. Yep, so she's doing it well. She's just over tucked, but that's okay. Good girl. So just try it again. So she's much better, at least today, off your right leg versus your left leg. Yes. Right, but that's okay. Yep. Yep, keep sitting back, think on your seat pockets. If she pulls, you just try to lean back and hold. Yeah, and then slowly push her over. Lean back more, so you're right on your seat pockets. Yep, open that left rein and your palms turned in a little bit towards each other. Good. So that was good. She slowed down, she over-tucked, swung her tail, but that stuff's all okay. It's just a process. But she's understanding much better that I'm supposed to go sideways.
Yeah.
So that spur just helps us get the cue to them a little bit easier. And then again, once she has it down really well, you probably won't need the spurs at all. Keep leaning back. That's much better with your body. Very good. Yep, really good. So now she actually did it pretty well for her, so I wouldn't do any more leg yields. Now I would just walk around and try to get her head back up. And don't go any faster. So now if she goes faster, you can circle. But we're just going to walk around once, taking a break, just trying to get her not to be so over-tucked.
Not on the quarter?
Right, stay on the rail now. So no more leg yield.
Yeah.
Because she did it well enough. It's a hard exercise, and she did it about 4 times. So that's good enough. Yep, and so now you're just trying to walk and keep the top of her head higher than her neck. Yep, and if you do it and nothing happens, try the other rein. If that doesn't work, try both reins. If that doesn't work, try one rein and then the other. Yep, and every time she comes up, you tell her she's good. Yep. So now no more leg yielding. Now we're just trying to get her to walk. So don't go any faster. Yep. That's better. So now we're just working on keeping this speed and not letting her head get too low. Yep. Keep sitting back. Yep. And again, once she stays the speed, if that head is still staying too low, try to be really soft with your hands or go a little longer rein. But we don't do that in the beginning until we make sure they're going to go the right speed. Yep. So that's a good speed. She's pretty relaxed. The head's getting better. So if she speeds up, breathe, and then you can always take her in a circle. Keep sitting back so you're not in your thigh. You want to be right on if you had seat pockets on those pants. Yep, she is getting faster. Lean back a little bit. And then give and take with that rein. So as you circled, you just pulled on that right rein the whole time. So try to squeeze on it, then relax. Then squeeze, relax. Because she's one, if you hold pressure, she's going to try to get behind that bit. Yep. So now she just has to go a little faster, not a lot. That's good. Yep. It's hard going the slow speed, especially when they're not used to doing that. Yeah. And in the water, you'll hear when she's changing speed because you'll hear the splashes being different. Now she's too slow. Yep. So just a little faster. The hardest part for some is these horses have been ridden too fast and they don't know they can go slow. So the only way to get them to go slow is to practice. That's good. And then use your breathing, use your half halt. You can talk to her. And then again, you can use circles if she's getting fast. Yep. The hard part, it's got to be with the timing. So as soon as she speeds up and she doesn't listen to you, if you take her in the circle, she'll make the connection. And give and take with that right hand. Yep. Because she's getting a little overbent and underneath.
I think that was my fault. I used my heel.
Yes. Yep. So that's a good speed. But the only way to get them used to going a slow speed is to practice it over and over again until the horse finally goes, okay, I'll do it. And that can take 2 times and that can take 1,000 times. That's good. So keep listening to her feet on the sand, because again, it'll help you distinguish when she's changing speed if you can't feel it. Yeah. So she has a wonder bit in her mouth. And so what we did was just change the rein placement, and I put the rein up on the big ring, which now makes this just into a loose ring snaffle. That's better with her head, so she has no shank. But when she goes out on the trail, because this mare can get strong. Yep, she's a little fast, that's the only thing, yep. So big enough circle she can gait around it, but small enough it slows her down. So a little bit slower. Keep breathing, that's good. So with the wonder bits like this, you can change your rein placement, and you can ride with a snaffle, and then if you're on the trail and the horse is taking you for a ride, instead of you taking it for a ride, you can put the rein on the lower part of the shank instead, and that'll give you more control. But see, she's much better with her head now. So her head and neck look better. It looks more relaxed and more neutral. It's just the speed part. So now she's a little bit too slow. Yep. But now if she gets faster, because we made it into a snaffle, you might have to put more pressure with your hands to slow her down, because it's not as much bit.
Thinking she needs like just to keep a shorter rein also.
A little slower, because she's going more up towards her saddle gait than a flat walk. So a little bit slower than that. Yep. Now that's pretty good. Just don't go any slower. So the wonder bits help you to bring the horse's head up, but again, sometimes the horses have learned to get behind the bit. So again, you can change your rein placement, and you have one bit that does 3 different things. That looks good. Yep, now she's speeding up. Good job. So now we're just trying it this direction. So we're just trying to keep her at the flat walk, keep her relaxed, because she does her faster speeds just fine. Good job. Very good correction. Yep. And the horses that are too fast, the more you just work at these slower speeds, ride by yourself or ride with slower people, over time they realize they don't have to go fast all the time. But that's all they knew before, and that's part of the issue. So you got to show them, nope. Now we just walk sometimes. Now we just do our flat walk, and that's all we're going to do today. And no saddle gait or no racking, you know. Try to change their mindset. But see, even though you might think it's prettier for this horse to be all tucked in, she's an older horse, and that's not so good for her neck. And she gets tucked in, but she doesn't get relaxed. So this is a much better way for her to go. That looks good. Really good. Yep. Good correction. Yep. And you just keep playing around. Every time you feel it's too slow, just a little leg. Every time it's too fast, sit back, use your reins and circle if it doesn't slow down. But it's looking really, really good for her.